On Smart Lagos this week, from attracting global investors to shaping the next generation of leaders, Lagos steps up its global and social development drive. The state strengthens international partnerships ahead of Invest Lagos Summit 3.0. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu charges young boys to embrace integrity and responsibility as the Lagos Boy Child Initiative concludes. Diplomatic ties deepen with Japan. 12,000 delegates prepare for the 2026 Africa Gaming Expo, and a new sports trust fund board takes off to boost grassroots talent development. Welcome to Smart Lagos, where we showcase innovation, leadership, and progress in Africa's most dynamic city. I am Joy Ken Abakpoya.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen.
This week in Lagos, your window into the heartbeat of Africa's largest city. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu unveiled Invest Lagos Summit 3.0, the state government's flagship international platform in partnership with the Commonwealth Enterprise and Investment Council. The event is scheduled for the 9th and 10th of June 2026. More than 500 high-level global investors, development finance institutions, and multinational corporations are expected to converge on Lagos for the 2026 Invest Lagos Summit 3.0. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, who addressed the media alongside the Chief Executive Officer of the Commonwealth Enterprise and Investment Council, Samantha Cohen, said the summit is transaction-focused and structured to convert investment conversations into measurable capital deployment across key sectors, including transport, energy, housing, healthcare, and digital infrastructure.
This relationship is also being possible because of the very deep commitment and the sense of leadership that has been espoused by the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, who was the 12th governor of the state, who is also leading the country at this time. And all of the successes that we're recording and we've recorded in the last 12 months has given credence to why CWEC believes that it's the right time and the proper time to come and partner with us in Lagos. And so we give all credit to Mr. President in all of his reforms agenda, stability in our foreign currency, reduction consistently on inflation numbers. We've seen both macroeconomic stability, we've seen improvements in all of our numbers, foreign direct investments, improvement in our external reserve, stability in our pump price, and in fact reduction in pump price that we see, stability in our food market, and a lot of areas that have encouraged the likes of CWEC to see Nigeria and indeed Lagos as an investment destination of choice right now. I want to therefore invite investors, financial institutions, development partners, both local and international, strategic collaborations to engage fully to seize the opportunity that Invest Lagos 3.0 will present.
Investment must convert into enterprise growth, value chain expansion, job creation, and enhanced revenue performance. This is the economic discipline guiding Invest Lagos 3.0. Our Lagos summits have evolved accordingly. In preparation, Mr. Governor has directed that the initial proposal submitted by the Commonwealth Enterprise and Investment Council be subjected to independent technical review by BCG and KPMG. And this decision reflects our commitment to global best practice and execution integrity.
The Chief Executive Officer of the Commonwealth Enterprise and Investment Council, Samantha Cohen, described Lagos as Africa's most important city for business and reaffirmed the Council's commitment to mobilizing investors from across the Commonwealth.
We estimate that there is a 21% business advantage to intra-Commonwealth trade, and that is due to shared values, shared language, legal systems, and a very high level of trust. And I think we have demonstrated that particularly with our relationship with Lagos and all of our members here. Nigeria is one of our strongest networks outside the UK, bringing together leading corporates and state governments through our Lagos hub, which is the centre of our activity in Nigeria. We are proud to partner with the government to deliver the Lagos Trade Investment Summit this June, convening more than 300 Commonwealth and Nigerian business leaders for dialogue and investment opportunities.
Invest Lagos 3.0 is expected to deliver signed agreements, firm investment commitments, and a post-summit tracking framework to ensure effective implementation and measurable economic impact for Lagos State.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen.
This week in Lagos, your window into the heartbeat of Africa's largest city. Beyond roads and rail, Lagos is investing in character and leadership. This was as Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu at a boy-child initiative urged the young boys to embrace discipline, responsibility, and leadership. For 4 days, these boys from 60 schools across Lagos State lived and learned together, building leadership skills, discipline, and teamwork while shaping their hopes for the future. Addressing the boys, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu reminded them that society needs young men of character and integrity, noting that true strength lies in discipline and the courage to make the right choices, even under pressure. The governor also cautioned against substance abuse and unhealthy social media habits, urging them to stay focused on their studies and long-term goals.
The opportunity that this is giving to you is for you to become a better citizen tomorrow, to become a better grown adult, an adult that your parents will be proud of, your school will be proud of, your community will be proud of, your siblings will be proud of. Wherever it is you find yourself, this is a rare opportunity for these 4 days for you to have a better understanding of what the future holds for you. You've been taught leadership, you've been taught mentoring, you've been taught discipline, you've been taught working together as a team. You've done so many things together. So it's meant to be a life-changing opportunity for you. You should not waste or lose this opportunity. They've explained to you the good, the bad, and the ugly of social media. Hello? They've explained to you the good, the bad, and the ugly of social media. They are not going to tell you not to go on TikTok or Snapchat, but you have to do it with moderation. It cannot be bigger than your studies. It cannot be bigger than what life that is ahead of you. And so the promise you can give to these your two mothers is that you will not fail them, that you will be good ambassadors of the boy-child initiative, that you will be what? You will be good ambassadors of the boy-child initiative. Let me tell you why my heart bleeds. The first nation, the first lady of our country, Mama, our mother, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, when she was the first lady in Lagos State, started an initiative which we call the one-day governor, a spelling bee competition. I'm sure you've all heard of it. One-day governor. And it's been on now since when she finished. Everybody has kept with the tradition. So every year, I will leave the seat for one of you to be a one-day governor.
Wife of the governor, Dr. Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu, urged the participants to practice the values they have been taught, expressing confidence that many would grow into leaders in different sectors.
I hope in another 5-10 years' time, we will still be clapping together like this. So this clap is an investment clap. This noise is an investment noise. In another 5 years, some of you will be in the university, some of you will be graduating. Another 5 years after that, some of you will be in responsible positions. We will be calling upon you as alumni of the LBCI to share your experience with another set of young people, young boys that want to aspire like you. To our dear boys, I encourage you to remain focused, disciplined, and open-minded. The knowledge, values, and experience you are gaining here are powerful tools that will guide you throughout your lives.
Also present to support and motivate the boys were Nollywood actor Lateef Adedimeji and gospel singer Gaze Baba. The initiative, which began 4 years ago with fewer than 150 participants, have continued to expand, giving the boy child renewed attention, guidance, and a stronger sense of purpose.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen.
This week in Lagos, your window into the heartbeat of Africa's largest city. Wife of the governor, Dr. Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu, says the Lagos Boy Child Initiative is designed to refocus and inspire young boys. As part of activities lined up for the 2026 Boy Child Initiative, 500 boys drawn from public and private secondary schools, as well as correctional facilities across the state, embarked on an exposition tour to the Komande Secondary School, T.A. Lagwaja Cantonment in Ikeja, and the Nigerian Navy ship Beecroft, Apapa. Represented by the wife of the Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, Falilat Obasa, the wife of the Lagos State Governor said the initiative was designed to expose the boys to discipline, structure, and career opportunities within the armed forces. She noted that limited awareness and understanding have contributed to low interest in military and security careers among youths in Lagos.
This diversity reflects our commitment to inclusivity and our belief that every boy deserves an opportunity to thrive.
Describing the visit as more than a routine excursion, Dr. Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu said the tour was a deliberate effort to equip the boys with first-hand experience that would guide them in making informed career decisions at a critical stage of their lives.
Quite a number of them are being referred to as Yahoo boys, boys that can't do well, boys that are supposed to be breadwinners for their families, and the like. So we want to change that narrative.
Commander of the 9th Brigade, Nigerian Army Ikeja, Brigadier General Ayokunle Wolabi, commended the initiative, describing it as a life-changing platform that instills honor, leadership, and selfless service. He urged the boys to remain disciplined, focused, and determined, stressing that the Nigerian Army builds leaders and that their background should never limit their aspirations.
History has shown that discipline and leadership training acquired in the Nigerian Army prepared individuals for the highest levels of national responsibility.
Now in its 4th edition, the Lagos Boy Child Initiative, championed by the wife of the Lagos State Governor, Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu, continues to mentor young boys across the state towards purposeful and productive futures.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen.
This week in Lagos, your window into the heartbeat of Africa's largest city. Lagos is also strengthening diplomatic and economic ties. This came to the fore as Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu played host to the Japanese ambassador to Nigeria. The visit focused on exploring new areas of collaboration between Lagos State and Japan in sectors driving innovation and economic growth. Ambassador Suzuki Hideo described Lagos as a strategic gateway to Nigeria and Africa, noting Japan's interest in strengthening existing ties and building new partnerships.
So always I try to come to Lagos on a regular basis, in principle every 2 months. And this time, because we have a regular meeting with the Japanese companies which are operating and residing here in Lagos. But this time I came extra to take part into ODA completion or donation or the summarizing ceremony in collaboration with the UNIDO and UNOPS and so forth. But my most important objective here to be here is to meet you. And I thank you so much for efforts to have time. Thank you. And I just want to mention about the economic relations between Lagos State and my country. My government considers maintaining excellent relations with Lagos State of a very vital importance, since Lagos State is a commercial and economic hub.
Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu highlighted Japan's contributions to industrial development, identifying culture, fashion, and entertainment as key areas of expanded cooperation. He assured investors of security and a business-friendly environment, encouraging more Japanese firms to choose Lagos as their African destination.
To visit Japan on 3 occasions, 3 or 4 times now, three. and that attended one of the TICAD, with the former president, which is why I know that Yakoroma, which was where we had it then, and we've been to personally a bit of Osaka and of course 3 times to Tokyo, and you know how strategic your country is in Asia and in northern part of Asia, and there's been a long, outstanding relationship, between Japan and Nigeria that dates back several decades. So we want to say to you that we hope that we can deepen that relationship.
The ambassador was accompanied by the senior special assistant to the president on foreign affairs and protocol, Ademola Oshodi, who stressed the need for sustained diplomatic and economic engagements.
The Japanese Development Agency, JICA, has been quite helpful to the federal government on agriculture and other areas. So I believe that the visit of the Japanese ambassador here in Lagos would in many ways enhance the relationship of the state and the federal government of Nigeria.
Both parties reaffirmed their commitment to strengthening Nigeria-Japan relations through cultural diplomacy, trade, and innovation.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen.
This week in Lagos, your window into the heartbeat of Africa's largest city. On the innovation front, Lagos is preparing to host a major continental tech gathering. The 2026 Africa Gaming Expo will bring 12,000 delegates from 68 countries to Lagos. Speaking at a media briefing, the Chief Executive Officer of the Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Authority, Bashir Are, said the expo will highlight gaming as a key driver of revenue diversification and job creation across Africa. He noted that the event will further reinforce Lagos's position as a leading commercial and regulatory hub, adding that the state remains committed to curbing underage gaming and strengthening enforcement through strategic partnerships with other African countries.
The main reason why regulation is enacted, or the gaming or gambling law is enacted, is to control the industry. Because if you don't control it, then it's free for all. And that is where the responsible gaming or responsible gambling come from. So we exist as an agency of the government to regulate, protect the industry. Now, for us in Lagos State Lottery and Gaming Authority, if you have been on BRT bus, you will have seen our campaign against underage gambling. If you have been that is in the past 3 years. If you have been on Blue Line or Red Line and you have access to Wi-Fi, we also have campaign that if you want to have a free Wi-Fi on Lagos State Transport System, one of the things that you see, or the prominent thing that you see, that they campaign against underage gambling and addictive gambling to get free Wi-Fi. Aside from that, we are partnered with the Federal Neuro Psychiatric Hospital in Yaba for those who have addictive gambling, so that they can get free and private therapy. And one of the things that we have discovered is that, in gaming industry, is one of the very few, they call it syntax in some other area. They're one of the very few in that area that where we have support system for those who go beyond the normal limit. And there are several organizations, non-profit, that are doing our responsible gambling campaign advocacy. We're all partner to most of them. Not all of them, but most of them that we deem fit and responsible enough to partner with. So we have all of those going, and we have campaign everywhere. Aside from that, the agency itself have a monitoring and enforcement team that goes out every day to visit retail shops to make sure that underage are not being allowed. We can minimize it. We may not be able to eliminate it in short time. but we have like a mystery shopper that will go in there like a young child. So if they don't ask for your ID, then they are in trouble. But the advantage of online is the fact that if you are online, you have to have a wallet system to fund your wallet in order to stake. So the KYC from the banking system already protects that aspect, because if you don't have your NIN, BVN is already in the banking system. And in order to play online, you must have a bank account or mobile money account or some sort of a validated verification.
The Africa Gaming Expo will feature high-level policy dialogues, regulatory and compliance workshops, as well as investor forums aimed at advancing Africa's gaming ecosystem.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen.
This week in Lagos, your window into the heartbeat of Africa's largest city. And in sports development, the state is building a stronger funding base as Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu inaugurated the Lagos State Sports Trust Fund Board. The Lagos State Sports Trust Fund Board, chaired by the President of the International Table Tennis Federation, Enitan Oshodi, has the mandate to secure sustainable investment and expand grassroots participation across the state. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu urged members to deploy their influence and professional reach to stimulate funding for school athletics, community tournaments, and structured talent identification. He emphasized that the trust fund provides a credible and accountable channel for corporate organizations and private contributors to support sports development.
I will implore that you also look for ways to deploy those resources in grassroots sports, school sports, and sporting activities that would encourage growth, from our various divisions. And of course, the DG of the Sports Commission is also here. There are several facilities that we have around that government has first funded. I'm sure they're in different stages of completion, if not completed. And there's a lot that also needs improvement. So I believe these are some of the utilization you can put the fund to. And there's a whole lot of people that organization, right, that also would want to support, but they don't want to come straight to government. So this is a quasi body that can reach out to the private sector and also draw on the experience of government.
Chairman of the board, Enitan Oshodi, said the immediate priority is to put in place viable financing models that will strengthen facilities and nurture athletes. He stressed that meaningful private sector participation remains vital to maximizing the state's vast sporting prospects.
We're going to have to create pathways, for raising funds to support sports, sporting infrastructure, sporting development. The government is spending a lot of money on sports, but it's never enough. Not in, a mega city like Lagos, 20 million plus people. We need facilities, we need to support athletes, and we all know the talents that abound in sports in Lagos.
With the board now in place, Lagos is set to strengthen institutional capacity and unlock new streams of support for the advancement of sports. And that wraps up this edition of Smart Lagos. Join us again next time for more stories shaping Africa's most dynamic city. I'm Joyken Abakpoya. Thank you for watching. Remember, a smarter Lagos begins with you. Stay safe.